Estate Insider, where America goes for funding. I hope everyone's doing well out there. It's Thursday evening here in Texas. Another cold front coming in, but interest rates are smoking hot. It's a great opportunity, great time to be in the market and investing. Very exciting times right now. Amazing what's going on, the massive reform with America this time. So appreciate all of you guys tuning in. This is a live show that we do every week. That's your chance that you can ask me questions, whatever you want. I mean, it's an open forum for you to engage, kind of tune in. We talk about real estate, we talk about credit, we talk about investing, we talk about lending. Those of you who don't know who we are, we're a nationwide commercial and residential and private lender. We've been doing it for over 20 years. We've helped thousands of people. So I appreciate all of you guys tuning in and watching the channel with us. We're super excited. So, hey, what's up, man? Good to see you. So appreciate all of you guys tuning in and watching the channel with us. That's why we're here. We definitely get a lot of value out of all you guys watching the show. So if you got whatever questions you have, comments, feedback, feel free to let me know. That's why we're here. So there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about tonight. It's good things. It's positive. There's a lot of change happening right now in America, and how it's going to affect interest rates, how it's going to affect real estate. A lot of things that President Trump is doing. A lot of things that Elon Musk and DOGE. So there's a lot of positive, but it's just important to understand that and obviously, take advantage of the opportunity. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. And if you guys have questions about, I'm going to talk about some new loan programs that are coming out. Definitely feel free to ask me any questions that you have. That's why we're here to answer your questions. We want to make sure that we get all those answered. So. And I'm going to hit it up, start it off with, if you guys have never tried this, probably one of the best Japanese whiskeys that you can get for the money. So, Mr. Laid Back, I'm going to answer that question in a second, but I wanted to show you guys this. So, 12-year Yamasaki Scotch, one of the best that you can get for the money. The Japanese figured out the Scotch game too. It's not just a Scotland thing. So it's hard to find it, but if you can get it, I recommend getting it. Just don't pay too much for it because they will charge you a lot. They will charge you a lot. And I've just held on to it for years. My wife got it for me for my birthday, and I've always had it. I take a sip every once in a while. It's an awesome one to drink. So anyway. Pretty damn good. And definitely taste the beauty. Has almost like a floral scent to it, but it's nice and smooth. I mean, it's awesome. It's hard to find it though. Anyway, yeah. So, Mr. Layback, on your question about, I think it's a great time to get into real estate. And interest rates have come down. There's a lot more loan products. We're closing loans faster than ever right now, as fast in some cases as much as 2 weeks. And then the other thing that we're extremely successful with is because we're a direct lender, is having common sense underwriting. What does it mean to be a direct lender versus a mortgage broker? There are all different types of lenders and finance companies in America. A mortgage broker is someone that actually goes to find the loan for you. They're not the actual underwriter. They may be able to process the loan, but they're not actually funding it and making the credit decision. So usually those loans are a lot more, they take a lot longer. They don't control the process or the outcome. Whereas a direct lender, everything is in-house. So you can control more of the process. We're a direct lender, and we would take that any day of the week over being a mortgage broker. So you get faster closings, lower interest rates. You also get a lower rate. We're seeing in some programs the interest rates are 2% lower than other loans. Is it possible to get a 3 to 4 bedroom home in Orlando? For 150, I don't think so. I'm not a realtor. And we've been lending in Florida for over 2 decades. I don't think you can find that. I mean, if you can find it, yeah, I mean, we can do the loan. I just don't think you're gonna be able to find a property for that price. Yeah, but I think that you know it depends on your situation. And as far as getting you approved for the loan, I mean, it is possible for sure. There's no doubt. We just got to figure out, you know, what type of loan that we're going to do. And once we know the loan that we're going to do, we can get it done. You know, but here's the thing: you got to be working with people that can get it done, that know how to get it done. So I think that makes a big difference. Is, you know, working with somebody that knows how to structure loans, knows how to package them, and can get you on the right loan program. And if you do that, you should be successful with it. So that's my thoughts on it. So, but it's a good question. But yeah, I mean, trying to find a property in Jacksonville or Orlando for 150,000, I think it's going to be tough. I think it's possible. I just think that you know, if you find it, we can definitely close it as long as the house is habitable. Yes, we do DSCR loans nationwide. You can build new construction too. You can definitely build new construction. There's no problem with building new construction. You can do multifamily, single family. We do a lot of investor and then spec builder construction loans that we can do. So there's FHA, there's VA, one-time close construction. You can also get pre-approved with us and go to the builder and take our loan approval to get the house built too. So that's another option you can do as well. It just depends on what, you know, what you're trying to do. I think that's the main thing that you have to look at is, you know, what are you trying to do? What are you eligible for? And then once you kind of know that, then you can see what is the new construction cheaper or more expensive? It depends on. I think that you know, if it depends if you're building the house or you're hiring someone to build it for you. So I think if you're building the house or you know how to build a house, obviously, you know, it's going to be cheaper if you have the ability to do that. If you don't have the ability to do that, or you don't know how to build a home, then I think, yeah, you're going to spend more money. Usually the builder markup on a home is like 20 to 30%, which is fine. I mean, everyone has to make money. There's, you know, but if you know how to build a house, you're going to save that extra cost. Like if it's $1 million home, you're going to save $200,000 to $300,000 if you build it yourself. But the question is, do you know how to build it yourself? You know, versus hiring someone or buying an existing home. You buy an existing home, but a lot of people do too, that I see, they buy a fixer-upper or tear down and they build off of that and they fix that up. I see a lot of people do that too. Yeah, and I appreciate all of the support. All of you guys giving us a big thumbs up, a shout out. Please don't forget to share this with your friends, your family, colleagues, anyone that needs a loan, needs funding. You know, we're nationwide. We do commercial, residential, private lending. Think of Angelo. Give us a call. Text us 832-431-6331. It's where America goes for funding. We have all different types of programs. Like we do hard money loans, we do bridge loans, we do investor no-doc loans. And we go down to a 500 credit score. We also do commercial, multifamily, bridge loans. So we do USDA too. I think Florida is a great state for rental properties. I mean, you have, I mean, the beautiful beaches, the coast. You obviously have Kissimmee, Orlando, you know. I mean, I would, for me personally, like I wouldn't do it like in Tallahassee, but like the rest of, most of the cities are, I think, are really, really good for it. You know, you have obviously West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. You know, it just depends on what you're, you know, Tampa, Sarasota. I mean, there's tons of them. St. Pete. You know, it just depends on what, you know, what you're trying to do. So I'm personally, you know, heavily vested in Florida. I think it's a great state. What would be good areas around? So you have to, yeah, there's a USDA map, the USDA Gov map, and it'll tell you, put in the map, the areas. It's for rural areas on the outskirts of major cities or just a rural area. So like, you know, if you are in Houston or Dallas, like, for example, in Dallas, there's like Azle, there's Aledo, there's Little Elm. I think there's, I mean, what else is there? Frisco used to be part of it. Frisco's built out too much. There's, oh, what else is there? I'm trying to remember what else is up there. Melissa, anything going towards Oklahoma. And then in Houston, I mean, you have, I think in Houston you have like, you know, Alvin, Pearland, Fulshear, Conroe, back of Conroe, Navasota, you know, stuff like that. Willis, where you can get USDA still, and you get low interest rates. USDA is 100% financing. Has to be for your primary residence. You cannot own any other real estate. It is an income-based loan, so it's based on your income, meaning that you have to make below a certain amount, usually under 100,000 a year, to qualify for that loan. And it's also based on how many people are going to live in the house. So, and then in regards to insurance with Florida, I think the whole state is inflated right now. But if you live, Neil Yusuf, is there any approval advantage to having a 15-year? I'll answer that. So yeah, the thing on the FHA and or insurance, and or I would say, like, if you're like, for example, in the central part of Florida, your insurance could possibly be cheaper. Like, you know, if you look at Orlando, Davie, but if you start getting in by the beach, by the water, yeah, the insurance is going to skyrocket. You know, so no doubt. But I mean, I think it just depends, because it's a big problem, especially any areas where there's hurricanes. We had a property in Fort Myers that got knocked out from Hurricane Ian, and it was a big mess lawsuit with the wind company and the flood, because they didn't want to pay. And that's what happens if you lose a property to a natural disaster. Usually you're going to fight with the insurance company. Not always. We had really good insurance on it too. And it was waterfront. So, and the insurance it's very expensive over there. And a lot of companies, they left Florida, a lot of insurance companies, where they don't want to insure it anymore. So, but anyway, yeah, Neil Yusuf, what you're asking about the advantage on 15 to 20 year versus 30. Obviously, you know, the rates are not going to be that much better between a 15 and 20 and 30, slightly, maybe 1/4 to 0.5%. The only real major advantage is that you're obviously compelled and locked in to pay it off faster. You will have less interest expense. I'm not a big fan of lowering the amortization. Personally, I like a longer amortization, and then having the option or the ability to pay it off sooner if you want to, because the loans usually don't have any prepayment penalty. You can pay it off faster. And so, but you're not locked in. Like, for example, if you do a 30-year loan versus a 15-year loan, your payment is probably going to be 30% higher on a 15-year loan, okay? Well, I mean, you don't know what's going to happen in the future. I don't know. Nobody knows. And, you know, you might not be able to afford that payment, you know, in the long run, into perpetuity. You might run into something or whatever. So my thought is that you can do a 30-year loan, and then if you want to add extra to the principal, pay it off faster, then you can. But you're not locked in. You don't have to worry about something happening. But you can always pay the loan off faster. Yes, you are. If you answer your question, if the and I did a video on that a few weeks ago with the wildfires in California. Yeah, if the insurance company doesn't want to pay, or they don't pay off the full balance, you're responsible for the mortgage. It has nothing to do with it has nothing to do with the insurance company, you know. So you still got to pay it. And you know, we've had customers that have walked away from their properties because they couldn't do that, obviously. So, yeah, you're still liable. Um, yeah, you could get a loan for it. Yeah, you can get a construction loan to build on it. But I'm just saying, like, if you know, and that's what people are doing right now in California after the wildfires. They're going to get construction loans. I mean, like Fort Myers after Hurricane Ian, it's being built back up again. You know, but I'm just saying you can get a disaster, you can get an SBA disaster relief loan. You can, you know, pay it off and then rebuild again, obviously. I mean, that's the logical thing to do. Yeah, and guys, also don't forget we have our few things. If you want to get a hold of us, we're open 7 days a week. You can call or text our office, 832-431-6331. You can check us out on my website, Official Angelo Christian. You can also go to Instagram, Official Angelo Christian, or YouTube, Angelo Christian, TikTok. Those are our favorite social media handles. You can click on the link. And if you want to get into real estate, don't forget we have Real Estate University. It's our online digital platform to graduate 6 figures in 6 months to get your diploma. There's links down below to check out Real Estate University. It's awesome. You know, I built it, and you know, for people that want to get into real estate. And don't forget too, we also have our loan partner program. So you can refer your clients over to us, you know, investors, commercial, private, hard money stuff, and get paid for those referrals. You don't have to do the work. My team will process the loans and then pay you once the loan closes for the loan partner program. You know, I mean, you can make 6 figures being just referring loans over if you got the network and the connections. And the loan partner program is an awesome program. So don't forget about that. A really cool program to help people out. You know, you can keep the job you got just as a side hustle. You know, refer deals over to us. So we always love to do that. So the last thing, the big thing that I wanted to kind of talk about tonight too, was, you know, what's going on right now, the major reform with Trump and DOGE and Elon Musk. I wanted to talk about this because, you know, you saw that Elon Musk or DOGE, they shut down the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. They're going in, you know, with a fine-tooth comb and busting everything they can. and just reducing the cost, reducing everything. And how does that translate? How does it affect mortgage? How does it affect finance? How does it affect real estate? Personally, I know everyone has their own opinion, but my opinion is that I love what they're doing. And I think Elon Musk is a genius, and this is long overdue. And there's been a lot of fat that needs to get trimmed, and just a lot of wasted money and a lot of wasted taxpayer money. And they're going to go in there and clean up a lot of stuff. Now everyone always has their own opinion, but I know that some of this might seem radical about what they're doing, and but I think it's going to be very good for real estate in America and mortgage. I do. That's what I'm getting at. Is that so we reduce the deficit, we reduce government spending, reduce excessive government regulation, and it's going to bring down interest rates. Okay, that's my expectation. That they're doing the things they need to do to clean house. There's way too much government spending. Just wasted billions and trillions of dollars on stuff that wasn't needed, and we know we need better stuff in America. We need better more jobs, better infrastructure. Don knows the man of the hour that speaks the truth. And and some people might not. I mean, of course, everyone has difference of opinion. They don't agree, but it will be. I mean, you got to think Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. He's a genius, and I'm not saying you have to agree with everything he does. And Donald Trump's a very good businessman, and so to me, what they're doing is going to drastically move us in the right direction, and we'll see. Time will tell. If they're wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm expecting that it's going to make America true. I'm expecting that it's going to help America, get America back in shape on the right direction. And it's not going to be perfect. There's going to be bumps. There's going to be issues. You're going to upset a lot of people. But I think in the long run, the direction that we're going is going to get us in a much better spot. And it's not going to be easy. There's going to be a lot of resistance, a lot of issues. But 50 years from now, there's a lot of, and I don't want to make the show about politics. I don't, but it does affect everything that we do. It affects real estate, it affects finance, it affects mortgage, everything. So interest rates, cutting fat is inclusive. Yeah. And of course, I'm sure that they're not, no one's perfect. It's not going to be seamless. There's going to be issues, but the team that they've amassed, I think, is awesome, and expect good things. I expect that, yes, I do think interest rates are going to get better. There'll be better loan programs. Donald Trump's big and heavy into real estate, and I think it's going to be overall better for America. Okay, and again, we don't have to agree. Just that's one thing I do think that expect. Because you think about when you shut down the CFPB, getting rid of all the extra regulation, you can close your loan faster. The state regulators can deal with the finance companies. You don't need another oversight. It's just a waste of billions of dollars. So. Carter Woodson. Yeah, so I just, we'll see what happens with everything. And good question on Chapter 7 of bankruptcy discharge. So it depends on the loan program that you're doing. If you're doing a private loan or you're doing no doc loan, or even hard money or bridge, there is no seasoning on a bankruptcy. You could be in bankruptcy and still get a loan, even in a Chapter 13. Now, for some loans, like conventional, you got to be 2 years out for Chapter 13. FHA, 2-year discharge. Now, There are exceptions to that, where you might be able to get it done with a year, year and a half. With extenuating circumstances, it might be possible. But normally the rule of thumb is 2 years for FHA for a Chapter 7. Chapter 13, you can be in the Chapter 13 and still buy a house. Yeah, that's a good point, Don. I saw something, there was an article that was published a few weeks ago that they're working on something for a $50,000 incentive package on real estate to drop the prices. And actually I did a few videos on it and I posted on it too. Like for example, if you're getting like a $500,000 house, somehow you're going to get some type of credit. I don't know how it's going to work right now, where it drops the price of the home by $50K. And I don't know if that's straight off the top, if it's going to cut it, from 500 to 450, or if they're going to give you some type of incentive. We have some programs that we rolled out where you can get a 2% lower interest rate to get a cheaper payment. Like for example, if the going rate is 5%, we have a new construction program. You can get the rate at 3%. So you think about that 2% difference is going to lower your payment by $1,000 a month. And so, because on that, you can get your rate as low as 3%. So you can use that incentive to get a cheaper payment. And that's a big difference from 5% to 3% on interest rate. Here. Hey, what's up, Eric? Yeah, thank you, man, for watching the show on the channel from Midland. Midland, the big oil and gas area. I think that's Midland or Odessa, somewhere over there where they filmed Landman, right? So, yeah, the best way to get your credit up is you can buy trade lines. Obviously, you can buy lines of credit, or you can do a secure credit card. I've done a lot of videos yeah, I got into Landman a little bit. I like Taylor Sheridan and I like Billy Bob Thornton. So I don't know if it was actually filmed in Odessa or Midland, but it's a pretty good movie, pretty good show. Anyway, yeah, so for getting your credit up, you can get a secure credit card. You can go to Capital One, I mean, there's so many, where you can get guaranteed approval. That will boost your credit at least 50 points. You can buy trade lines. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. You're right, Don. You guys, buying a house is important, and investing in real estate is important. So I agree. I agree with you, man. Yeah, but look at trade line supply. You can buy a trade line to pop up your credit score. You can also do something called an authorized user. If you got friends and family that have credit cards with good credit, you can piggyback off of them to boost up your credit score. So that's a really good idea that you can do. Okay. There's a lot of stuff that you can do. But those would be the main things. Obviously paying your bills on time. Not maxing out your debt. Yeah. Check out Capital One Secure Credit Card. I've done a First Progress Secure Credit Card, Trade Line Supply. You can buy lines of credit, authorized users. Yeah, so anyway, no, I agree with what everyone's saying. Sounds good, Don. Yeah, we appreciate all of you guys tuning in and watching the show on the channel. Yeah, I mean, if you are looking for, buying your first home, first time buyer, you want down payment assistance, you're a seasoned investor. You're looking for, commercial, you're looking for a hard money, you're looking for multifamily, you're looking for a no-doc loan or asset-based or, conventional or jumbo or a line of credit. Think of us. Give Angelo Christian's team a call. We're nationwide. We've been doing it for over 20 years. We work extremely hard to serve. We're open 7 days a week. So I appreciate all of you guys tuning in and watching the channel. Don't forget to give us a big thumbs up, share, like, enable notifications, thumbnails. So you guys have a wonderful week with your family. Take care. God bless. Stay strong. We'll see you guys again next week. And take care. We'll see you soon. All right, later. Bye-bye.